In this third video segment, I want to have you see all of the details of what's involved in aligning the Tirupati edition text with the Cologne edition of the Vacaspatyam. So this will be illustrated by our next missing element, ekadi, at line 111259. Over here in the Python window, I've got it set up to do our matching process, so I'm going to run that now and let you see what it looks like. Takes it a little while to do. And you can see down here at the last it said it found 3 distances greater than 9. And there I see 2 items, check diff, check diff. Those are cases where the lines the program wasn't able to align the text well. So let me go to the first one. I'll scroll to the top of the screen and look for that check diff. Well, it's right there. And now if we look at the previous line, it had a fuzzy match difference of 8, so it's a little bit messed up too, but not terribly. And if you examine these 2 lines together, they're exactly the same until about right here. So let's go to, in this window, we'll go to that line 111271, and we can see everything is okay up to ityukta ritya. And then we start the same with the prish, but then we get a difference. And so let's find the comparable spot here. I've got the Tirupati edition set to the beginning of our head word ekadi, and let's look for this ityukta ritya. So here we have it here, and we'll just check. Here's ityukta ritya, and let's see if the preceding thing is the same. Sankalitakya. Yeah, so we're in this is the spot where they match, and this is where the difference comes in, somewhere around this prish. Here we have prishtankartham, and here we have prishtasankhya padam. Now if we look down here, we see here's this prishtankartham. So what happened in this case, which is quite common when there are misalignments, is that probably when the Tirupati edition people were entering the text, their line, they got up to here, and then they inadvertently went down to here, which starts almost the same. So what we need to do is add to get an alignment, is to add from here to here from the Cologne edition into this spot in the Tirupati edition, and then that should fix that alignment problem. So the way I'm doing that is I'm putting an XML kind of markup so I'll know that it was done, and then I'll add this text into that spot. And since there's a dash there, I won't put a space, and I'll go up to here, and that should fix it. So now I've changed, I'll save this modified Tirupati edition file, and remove this text. Now our function here depends on some variable called terex, and that I'll have to reload that. So it'll take a minute. There we go. This is the command that reloads that from this vcpte2 text file. It loads the records in. So it takes a moment. Now they're in. Now I can redo the line comparison. And there's still some problems, but we've got, notice that the first one occurs at 111333. So we're past that alignment problem. Now I'm going to stop the video here basically, but what I would do next is to correct these problems, whatever it requires. Sometimes you have to add text to Vacaspatyam. Sometimes there is repeated text in the Tirupati edition of Vacaspatyam. Sometimes there's missing text. Much more rarely, there's something which I have to do to the Cologne edition text to make an alignment work. Then once the alignment is done, I'll be able to go and solve these various Akadi issues. So that I just wanted to describe that process. It's fairly tedious, but in some ways relatively routine. It's feasible. So that's the end of this section of descriptions of how the Tirupati edition and the Cologne edition can be aligned so that useful comparisons between the two may be determined.